Of shadow where darkness broods, the heroes pause to lick their wounds. The bones returned, a ritual performed. Lee practiced in the yard, looking quite forlorn. Corvus left to buy supplies, traveled all across town without disguise. He sought out a gift for a Vistani girl, and there gave Blinsky's toys a whirl. Welcome, friends, to Barovia. Recently, you all had decided to pursue a quest from Madame Ava to get a gift for her granddaughter, who lives in a Vistani encampment on the outskirts of Valaki. And I believe we will arrive back with you guys. I think Corvus was just coming back to the church, but the plan was to go to the Vistani camp. What do you guys want to do?
What level are we supposed to be?
5,
Oh,
6, 7,
What level for real?
5.
Okay.
I have no idea.
It's 5.
Okay.
Am I supposed to track that? Okay.
Yeah. I think I was leaving. I picked up. I think I paid extra to have all the gifts that I was buying for everyone
Huh?
ready for me returning. So I would eventually return as long as all that stuff was done.
Well, everyone had their day downtime, so I would say, yeah, by end of day, by like evening time, they would all be done.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'd return until they're done. I definitely feel like I did, but I don't think I marked it down. I stole that doll that looked like the Count, right?
You totally did.
Okay, because I'm going to put that in my backpack.
You sold that one and you bought something else, right?
I did. I think I bought the doll. Wooden baby doll. Oh, the nesting baby dolls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Put that in my
And you
inventory.
noticed, you remember anything else you noticed inside the Blinsky's toys?
Let's see here. The doll currently had no head. Is what I put down. What I put down. The monkey's name was Piccolo. I remember that. I mean the Count. Oh, there was the doll that looked just like what's her face.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know what doll I took for the grandchild. Oh, delete.
I thought you... So you said you stole the one...
I stole the one that looked like the Count when he was packaging up the toy I actually bought.
Which was the nesting dolls?
Yeah, which was the nesting dolls.
And you asked him about the Irina doll, and he said it wasn't for sale.
Yes, that seems right.
I'm pretty sure you got both of the dolls.
Oh, I'm a pickpocket.
I thought you had the one that looked like Strahd and the one that looked like Irina, and then maybe one of them you paid for and the other one you stole.
Yeah, maybe it was the Irina doll I stole.
Yeah, I think you stole the Irina doll and then you paid for the Strahd doll, I think.
From Blitz.
Because yeah, for sure the one that was not for sale you stole.
I
And then
definitely did.
the other one probably was for sale and you bought it.
Yeah, because I spent almost all the money. Okay, I'm adding those to my inventory because apparently I did not.
And then we got a nice clue that he's actually supposed to be an ally.
Yes,
Except he-
from my tarot deck or whatever.
Except he might be pissed that you.
Well, not if you return it, you know, clearly because I found it. That's definitely what would happen.
You can return it, and then you can, as you know, atonement, you can work in his workshop for.
Tall looks like Irina from Linz.
Well, let's say you're getting back that evening with all of your supplies, Corvus.
Cool.
So you've arrived back at the church. What has everyone else been doing while you had your day of downtime? So a lot of healing for
Yeah, Lee was getting healed.
early.
Right, I'm pretty sure they spent a day of downtime helping the other cleric work on Lee.
So what do you do when you get back, Corvus?
I think I'll find. Yeah, I'm gonna find Ro first. And I'm gonna hand you. Well, I was out. I found something for you. You know, maybe a little nicer. Here. And he looks a little embarrassed, and he's gonna hand you a holy symbol that's, you know, it's a little thing made out of pewter, of Lathander, and I got some rations while I was out, a little something for everyone, you know.
Yeah, holds it in her hand and looks down at it for a few long seconds. And then she sort of closes her fist around it and looks up into your eyeballs and says, "Thank you."
Well, you know, I just thought everyone should get something.
And then she just claps him on the shoulder and she walks away, looking down at her hand, holding the symbol.
Standing there with 7 gold, and I put it back in my pocket. Alright, I guess I'm off to find Lee. I'm assuming who is close by, still nursing wounds.
Yeah, he's probably, I don't know, there's probably like a back room, I'm guessing, to the sanctuary where Father, what's his name, is, you know, doing his Hail Marys over me.
Well, I don't want to interrupt the father here, but Lee, I found those things you were asking about. Little brass knuckles. I had them custom engraved. I hope you don't mind.
That's great. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. What is this? Why is there a rooster on the side of these knuckles?
We're supposed to, you know, up at the dawn with the. There was a misunderstanding. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Roosters are fast. Real fast. That's why it says lightning and fast.
Fast and vicious. You gotta watch out for those claws.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Should I give you the extra currencies, or?
I mean, I could hang on to it, I guess. Sure.
Excellent. I'm gonna give you 7 gold.
Probably better that I hang on to it anyway.
Bloop. There we go. Yeah, 7 gold. Whoa, excellent. Perhaps we should get everyone together and I can tell y'all what I found out.
Yeah, we should figure out what our next plan of action is. Lost connection to the server.
No. I think it reconnected already.
Did we lose connection to the Smiths?
No, not on Discord, just on
Okay.
Foundry.
Interesting.
Oh, nope, Andy's computers.
He's having a
Down for the
meltdown.
count.
Oh, I can't. Sorry, I couldn't hear anything through my headset. Andy's computer crashed.
Oh.
The
Go
gas
wah.
leak is coming from inside the computer.
Abe, how big is the holy symbol?
I would imagine it like the size of like a locket, kind of not a locket, but you know, like a
Okay, so
pendant
it's
you
like
could wear.
it's meant to like be worn rather than like a
Yeah.
little figurine or something. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. It's definitely made out of pewter, but it's
Mhm.
you know, some jerk probably made it to capitalize on whatever. But
Mhm.
it's the thought that counts.
Yeah. And somebody you will notice that Ro has like added it to her. Like she already wears a holy symbol around her neck, but she is like, she will add that to the same, like either just like on the same leather strap or like somehow affixed to it, or but she will add it to her existing holy symbol.
Excellent. I'm gonna go find Silas then. Hey Silas, how's your back?
Hurts.
Well, I was out looking for some things for everyone, and well, I didn't find anything for you, so I thought maybe you could hold on to this doll. Perhaps you could give it to the child at the camp. It's apparently some nesting dolls. They're a little creepy. Thought maybe you'd enjoy holding on to them.
I'll take them from you. And I start to unnest them. And he kind of gets more fascinated as he unnests them.
As you do that, I pull out the doll that looks like Count, and I go, "Wooga
Where? You do know what a toy is, right?
I mean, I didn't play a lot as a kid, but that Blinsky's plays is pretty messed up.
These seem a little bit. He looks a little bit bemused. Macabre.
I thought creepy.
Except for that, and he points to the Strahd puppet that you have in your hand.
I mean, it is quite cute, in a sick and twisted way.
Interesting. He probably wouldn't like it if he saw it.
I know, that's why I couldn't help but to borrow it from the establishment.
Do you really think her granddaughter will like this?
I mean, there was nothing else in there that wasn't less creepy.
I believe you. I'm gonna nest the doll back up again.
That's
Sure,
that one's the
I'll
third
hang
one.
on to it.
You're doing it out of order. Oh.
I'll gladly hang on to it for you, and I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Bag. Once the party sheet loads, I'll throw. I just put nesting doll from Blinsky's, which I probably spelled wrong.
Okay. I will put it in my bag.
I've read of a type of occult magic where people might use a small figure in the likeness of someone to cast spells on them. I
Huh.
wonder if something similar might be done for Strahd.
What kind of voodoo shit is that?
Well, that's curious. curious and I don't like it.
No, sir, I don't like it. Ugh.
You're doing it, Dane. I'm so proud of you.
Gotta get some of that icy hot.
Yeah, or that, what was it, biofreeze? I wonder if I have any of that. That's a good idea. I'm gonna
Um,
go see if I have some.
So,
Tiger bomb.
do you know that you can get biofreeze that's like even better than regular biofreeze, but you have to buy it from like a licensed biofreeze place? I got a connection that I buy it from.
Well, from the underground.
It really does make a difference. It is, whew, it's good stuff. I mean, the
Jay has
container's
this,
spelled wrong, but you know.
There's like this, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a, I don't know, kind of like a wide and thin like fanny pack kind of thing, and it's got Velcro strap, so you can like kind of wrap it around like your waist, and it's filled with these, I think it's like mugwort or something.
Oh.
Kind of like, I guess like comparable thing might be like, you know, empty like corn seeds or something, and so you can just throw it in the microwave and microwave it, and then it, you know, heats up nice, and you can like wrap it around your,
That is
either
nice.
your back or your stomach or wherever, you know, is bothering you.
That's awesome.
Mm.
You're doing it, Dean.
Alright, we're doing it.
Before we put the icy hot, you have to go time out, icy hot, because that's how the commercial goes.
I don't know that I've ever seen that commercial.
It was a commercial of our childhood.
Like, wasn't it like Shaq or somebody who was did the icy hot stuff?
I definitely remember them playing basketball, and then like some middle-aged guy was like, "Ooh, timeout, icy hot," and then he just like pulls it out and like rubs it on his whatever, and then they go back to playing basketball. Like that's how icy hot works.
I remember John Madden and boom, fast acting to acting.
Or, you know, more recently there was those head-on. You can get back on, applied directly to the back.
It was always during Adult Swim. You'd watch Adult Swim. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. And you'd be half asleep and like watching Adult Swim, and that commercial would play 5 times in a row.
Or something.
Yep.
Wow, I forgot about fast acting. I mean,
Or there was what was it, there's like those like creepy you know, like it's like, what was it, like, you know, girls in like Cancun or whatever, you know.
Girls Gone Wild.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Those always came on at the late night like Cartoon Network, maybe not Cartoon Network, Comedy Central.
Comedy Central, yeah. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead. And like no other commercials would play in the commercial break. It would just be that one over and over again.
Dane, there is a 8.5 foot tall Christmas inflatable Star Wars Elephant Walker light up on the auction house.
That's pretty nice.
It's
How much?
$22.
What? How big?
8.5 feet tall.
Abe, if I gave you some money. And you didn't tell my wife.
Look, let me. Oh, come on.
Oh my god.
Question: would one need to stand up in order to?
Oh jeez.
8.5 feet for $22. That's gonna
It's nothing.
maybe
Abe.
last for like half a season.
Abe, if I give you some money when I see you on Saturday.
Dude, this thing goes for $300.
Yeah.
Normally.
I'm watching it, Dane. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
I think I'm hearing you
I'm-
through my headset.
I'm hearing Andy in spurts.
Yeah.
Little spurts.
kinda
Little
cuts
spurts,
in and
Andy.
out.
Taking a little spurt. That's what they call them, little
Abe.
Spur Sandy.
Abe, if you feel like you can bid on that.
All right, I'm currently watching 2 of them, Dane. 2 of them.
Okay. Okay.
The one is currently going for $24. The other one's going for $14. I will watch them. I'm so excited for you to see what I got you. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited too.
I actually just won a like 10-foot tall Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and I paid $12 for it.
That's amazing.
And I'm tempted to put it up for Christmas, but this site.
Yeah, the closest one to us is in Monroeville, I think.
Is it Century 3 Chevrolet Lebanon Church from Pittsburgh?
No, it's called MacBid.
Oh, that's a dumb name. Minutes from the mall.
It is from the mall.
You're doing it.
I want to lay down on the ground, but that's what started all of this.
What what? This might be a personal question, Dane, but what kind of
Yes.
bed do you have?
We have a Nectar mattress,
You're
which
gold.
is what Andy recommended to us.
Yep, and then that's when I bought mine.
Yep.
What did I recommend?
Oh, you're here!
I hear you.
Back.
Nectar mattress.
He's been waiting this whole time for someone to talk about the nectar and come in.
Andy's not spurting anymore.
No more spurts.
No more spurting. No more spurts from the
Oh
green
no, maybe
pain.
he's spurting this whole time. We just don't know.
Oh,
My speed test is good. I
Yeah,
don't know, I
speed
switched
test.
my webcam's not working.
all right. I
Wow.
have a little bit more of the alcohol.
I think it might be a webcam issue, maybe. I don't know. I'm on my headset now.
What were you before?
Through my webcam,
Oh.
which is a new webcam, but it's been working until today.
That's how technology works. You can ask Dane. He'll tell you about it.
Technology doesn't work. Become hunter-gatherers.
Okay. What are we doing? Who's doing what? Where are we?
We role played, I think, Corvus Santa giving out all his gifts.
Yep.
Cool.
And now we're figuring out what to do.
So which gift are you giving to the little girl?
The creepy nesting doll that gets creepier as you give it out.
Sure.
But I mean, we could always give like the Irina doll too.
Mhm.
Cause it wasn't creepy, right? It just was creepily exactly identical to Irina.
You want to take a closer look at it
Oh
in
my
the church?
God. Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, I
Did
want to
you
make
bring
sure
it-
I'm in the safe.
Church is probably the safest
church.
place.
So you're in the
What's
church
that?
and you bring it out?
No, I just
Yeah, I whip it right out in the
let
church.
this fall
Okay.
over. I'm trying to get the gas.
Who do you show?
Show everyone. I get everyone together and I go, I want to show everyone else these 2 items I got. I've shown Silas this one. And I pull out the Count Chocula one.
It is essentially a hand puppet
Yes.
of Strahd.
And then I go, but this one's a little bit more creepy. It was apparently for a special order from Blinsky's. And then I pull out the Irina doll. He's no fun. He's no Blinsky.
That looks just like Irina.
Well, that's exactly what I said, minus the whoomph at the end.
Sorry. Why would he have a doll that looks just like Irina? I mean, his other stuff is creepy, but that's just...
I'm gonna tell you right now, that store is terrifying.
Can you tell if there's any sort of magic associated with it?
Oh, I can tell.
Is that something you do?
I have spells that the ghost gave me. Oh, that's not one of them. No. Why am I laughing? No.
I keep meaning to take like identify, and I just never do.
Womp, womp, womp. Probably.
I will say I forgot until this image popped in my head that he had a monkey that seemed to do its bidding, but not necessarily from his master, at least not the one present.
What do you mean not the one present?
He seemed to go on his own, but quite intelligent for a little animal.
An autonomous monkey, huh?
I don't think he was a automaton, as you would say. Oh, he's creepy. He keeps looking at me.
Yeah, the doll is it's not like a super detailed like painted doll or anything. It's just mostly made out of fabric, but the hair color and attire specifically, like the outfit that's been crafted onto this doll is almost an exact match for what Irina's been wearing, accompanying you guys on the road.
It's got a little.
So it's not like there's like a painted face on it or anything. It's just like a stitched cloth doll.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
it's got a
though,
sword. It's got a breastplate.
that's not the first time something like this has happened in this strange world. And I pull out a book.
Oh.
Do you open it?
No. No, I do not.
Wait, what book do you have?
I put it in the chat.
The Tale of Silas Coppers.
I'm sorry. Is that you?
That is actually that's not what the title of the book reads.
Oh no! What does it read
is-
now?
It reads The Demise of Silas Coppers.
So he pulls it out. He
Sorry,
pulls
no,
it out and slaps it on the
actually,
table,
sorry.
just kind of pats it, and then he looks down at the title. It didn't say that before.
Sorry, it's The Fall of Silas
Fall of
Coppers.
Silas Coppers.
That's
You found this?
In the mansion when we first met. It was in the library. I didn't open it, and I'm definitely not gonna open it now.
I take it and I open it to the first page.
Oh shit!
Yes! If you weren't, I was going to.
You open it to the first page.
Mm-hmm. I read silently at first, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna read it out loud.
I'm like sitting on my knees, waiting.
Sure.
Silas is wringing his hands.
This tale starts as so many others do. A young family bearing a child. This child's name was Silas Copers. I don't know if you'd like to provide any details of your family or hometown where you grew up, Silas, but they would both be in
I
this
don't know
first
about.
chapter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about my hometown, but it talks about my parents, and then my sister. What was my sister's name again? Hold on, I have it here. Lapis.
Yeah, Ro reads out loud, like watching Silas.
No. I'm gonna. He kind of stumbles over the chairs and stuff, and just kind of closes it quickly. That's my property. It's mine. It belongs to me.
But he found
See?
it in the mansion.
I know, but it has my name on it. See, that's my name.
You're not curious how it ends. You haven't just flipped to the back.
I am not curious how it ends at all. No, I am very invested in not knowing how it ends and preventing how it ends. As I don't know why I took this. I don't know why I took this in the first place, but no, it's.
You found a book with your name on it. Of course you took it.
What is all
I
this
puts it-
arguing about?
He kind of
Irina
pushes
says,
it in.
walking up to the group.
He pushes it into his bag and says, it's gonna stay in here for now.
I'm just holding a doll that looks just like Irina.
Caught red-handed.
What is that?
Well, you see, I was at a store and I saw this doll, and it eerily looks like you. maybe I'm reading into it.
And you thought of me?
Well, and I kind of like pull my hand out from behind my back, and the Count Chocula puppet's on my other hand. Well, I just, I felt like I needed to take it.
She just laughs, seeing the Strahd puppet.
Oh, perhaps we could give one of these to the child. It is concerning though that it look, it even has, it kind of like hold up the little shield. It has your equipment too.
Huh. She just like gazes at it for a while, and then kind of shrugs. Did he say why he made it?
I see where you're going with this, and it probably would have been a better idea to maybe talk to him more before I borrowed it. But he did say it was a requested item.
You stole it, didn't you?
Look, I only had so much gold, and I spent a lot of it. Speaking of which,
requested item? Someone commissioned this doll that you stole?
Corvus.
Chris, make sure you have that 7 gold, because it still showed in my inventory. But
yeah, I manually added 7 gold,
okay.
So you can delete it.
What I bought a lot of rashes, and I bought these sweet knuckles for our friend here, and a trinket or 2, and did you know that if you pay extra gold, I've never had a lot of gold, if you pay extra gold, people do things for you that just, they don't care about timelines.
What sort of things did people do for you today?
Well, they engraved a cock on his knuckles. They got your holy symbol I bought. They did that quickly. They got those rations together. I don't remember how much I bought because I didn't put them down, but I bought a lot. So, yeah. And I stole these 2 dolls.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything. Irina says, "It was very sweet of you to think of me."
But
shoot,
Irina, it's wearing the same clothes as you. It's the same clothes.
Well, I mean, they're not exactly the same. They're the same color, after all.
I mean, it's just a breastplate with some traveling clothes. It's nothing fancy.
Wait, can I look at the hair on this? Is it yarn or is it hair?
It's yarn. It is yarn.
Okay, sorry. All of a sudden I was like, wait a minute.
No, it's yarn.
I need to look at this a little bit more.
Have we seen any other redheads other than her?
Not among Barovians. You maybe have seen some reddish colors in the Vistani camp that you guys visited. Barovians all tend to have much darker hair. Or like either blonde or brown, blonde, brown, black.
So she's somewhat of a rarity.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And you've caught some rumors that redheads are an ill omen in Barovia.
Strahd's got a thing for him, right?
Mm-hmm. That's mostly why people think they're an ill omen.
Omen. Interesting.
I mean, who doesn't though?
Gingers.
Soulless.
Gingers. So is this for me? She says, holding up the doll of herself. I am Irina. I have been traveling the world and learning to be a great swordswoman.
Speaking of which, did anyone trade with you today? I feel like we're letting that go to the wayside.
Well, I was teaching Yeska a bit of getting a feel for where he is in his schooling. He has far to go with his reading. He is abysmally behind in history. But tomorrow, I would love to have some practice, perhaps, or before bed.
Yeah, I could show you a thing or two. Andy, I've been looking at my notes and I didn't put it down. We have to do the new revamp of the holy site, right? That's coming up.
Yes. Yes. That is correct.
I think we should give the child this doll instead of the creepy Strahd doll.
The Strahd doll is not super creepy. It
But
looks
it's got a
mostly.
puppet face.
It basically looks like the Count from Sesame Street,
Okay.
except more like pale instead of purple. It's more the coloration of Strahd, but
I put it in the chat.
basically looks like the Count from Sesame Street.
It's in the chat.
It's in the
Shitty chat. There you go.
It's so good.
The chat, in the chat.
In the chat.
I simply think there's more to Blinsky's than meets the eye.
Should we go back tomorrow?
Perhaps. I don't know if we have time enough to make it to the Vistani camp to fulfill that request before this ritual coming. Ro, you're more of a planner. What do you think?
I asked a little bit. Oh, sorry, Ro.
No, Rachel doesn't know where we're on the timeline as far as like when the kid's birthday is and when the ritual is.
He mentioned that it was in two more days.
How far is the Vistani camp?
So yeah, the ritual is on the 14th, mid month. And yes, the Vistani camp. I actually asked a little bit about this. Irina says it is right outside of town. Not more than an hour travel outside of town.
Oh,
Well, we can do that and Blinsky's tomorrow.
yeah. Perhaps we get up and have a little breakfast and head out. That could be
Really
quite
just
good.
on the outskirts.
Not more than an hour.
She pulls out the map.
We'll whip it right out.
Here. Wait.
Big ass lake.
Here. Yes. That is that lake. Wait for it. I know it.
Make the name appear.
Make it appear.
I don't
Is it
think
here?
I don't think I
Make it
know.
three.
I don't
Is it
know
right
that
there?
I have it.
It's right
I
there.
don't know that I have
Is it here?
How do I ping? How do I ping?
You gotta hold that mouse
it.
down.
Hold the click.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, yeah, that's a good spot. Probably there. Are we? Yeah, we're in Velaki, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, I
Don't
can't.
freeze
I
on-
can't.
Don't
move
freeze
her.
on me.
Don't do it.
freeze on me.
Oh, we all ping too much now. It's gonna be
Oh, I'm
different.
sorry, Andy.
No, I
Keep the
clicked
limit
too
to
much.
3 pings.
Did the gas get into your computer, Andy?
I don't know. This is very, very weird.
I was gonna say, you don't usually crash.
I do not usually crash. Just stop all the downloading.
Hey kid, I'm a computer. Hey, speaking of which, mine's Moria free on Epic.
Oh, I
sweet.
grabbed it.
I
We're
am
playing that for a minute.
so bummed that it is free now, but also it's free.
Well, you hate Epic anyways, so
I do hate Epic, but I really love that game.
you love free.
I do.
Why do you
love
hate Epic?
I hate it. It's
What do you hate about it?
all of it. It doesn't
Mhm.
work well. It doesn't really
Yeah.
have good friending. It just.
That's true.
I have so many free games on Epic though.
Yeah, that's true.
So many.
I mean, so do I. Don't get me wrong.
You know how many free games I've gotten on Steam?
Counter Strike 2, Team Fortress 2. So probably 2.
Actually, I had already bought those.
Me
Tell
too.
me,
I used
I
the
don't
CD
know,
key back in the 20s.
Just go away. Just go away. I don't
Andy,
want you
Andy,
anymore.
how'd you get the Star Wars working on Steam Link? Did you add it as a non-Steam game?
I did.
Okay.
I did do that, and then I
Okay.
had to.
The best.
Name another video.
Keep going. I don't want to. I don't want
you-
to.
There's a
Video
there's
on.
there's a GitHub you probably will need to get called Origin Steam Overlay OSOL.
Oh, I have it already.
Yeah.
Because I had to use it for Star Wars.
So-
Whatchamacallit.
So
Yeah.
I used OSOL to create an EXE that I pointed to with my non-Steam
Nice.
game.
Nice.
Huh.
Okay. I don't know why that took so long to get out of that, but I'm not going to try it again. That is Lake Zarovich. That sounds right. That's not right though. Lake Baratek. Let me open the book.
It's just a big ass lake.
It is a really big
How
lake.
big ass lake?
One of them big ass legs.
Oh, you guys saw that lake actually, as you were walking along the
we
road.
went to
Right.
Reef,
Yeah. And that's the lake she saw in her dream, right? About the
Yep.
monster.
Oh
Yep,
my
yep, yep.
god. I mean, that's probably fine.
It's all coming together.
Level 5 shadowing.
Lay of the land page. I'm trying out some things. Where's my the lake? Zarovich. It is Lake Zarovich. I was right. Yes. So she points down here towards the oh my god, the camp here, and says, yes, this just off of the road to the west of Valaki. That is what was told to me is the Vistani camp. I've never been there myself, but from what I gather from some of the congregation that I've spoken to, she nods at the church. You guys have seen some people coming in and out, although you've been gone for the actual services here. But she says the Vistani, they're not as friendly as the ones that I'm used to from the east side of the city.
Irina, what's this tower over here at this other lake on this little peninsula?
I believe that is Lake Baratok?
Is that not the tower we were at? What was the tower that we were at?
We've traveled along this road.
Was this
We
the?
came
We
over
were at
from-
the old mill.
We were at
Yeah,
the old
Old
mill.
Mill's where the meat lady was.
That's
No,
right.
we're not going back there.
We started over in like we came
Chris
into
is
the
going back
Ukraine,
there.
ended up in
Yeah.
Barovia. We've only been east of here.
Yes.
Well, I think that's a solid idea. Head out first light. There, you did it.
Oh, there it is.
That is not how I spelled it. Zarovich.
Wait, that didn't work. Damn it.
No, it did. I see it. I did.
Tiles.
I see
But
it.
now I need to get it lined up. How do I get it lined up?
No, it looks lined up enough for me.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Alright, so take the kid her present in the morning, and then go back to Blinsky's, and then the next day deal with the ritual.
There's no fun. There's no Blinsky.
I think that's a solid plan.
Oh, I was the wrong one.
Did we ever check back in with like the refugees outside, or we just like move on?
I mean, we gave him a whole bunch of food.
Okay.
Would you like to have checked in with them?
First we were gonna like try to get them in the city, and then the guy was a douche, so we just kind of
We're killing that guy,
on.
right? I mean, for reals.
Well, we talked about maybe like throwing a coup, but then the whole the bones were gone, so we got really sidetracked. I mean, understandably, we had to save the church.
Take me to
But when we got to Blackie, we were like, hey, all these refugees are out there. We should get them in the city.
Yes.
You guys could have checked in with him if you wanted to.
Yeah, I want to check in with them.
Do it, Ro.
Yeah, they're about the same.
Because we had
Son of a
briefly
bitch.
toyed with the idea that dude's son is decent.
That's right.
Have you met him?
Didn't we meet him? He was reading a book or something.
I don't know, man.
I didn't mark it down.
We just hear about him.
I think we heard about him. I don't think we met him.
The son of the Burgermeister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we met
Burgermeister
him.
Meisterburger.
Okay. Alright, I just don't want us to forget entirely about the refugees.
Yeah. Baron's son is Victor. Yeah, we gotta kill that guy. He looks like a villain from every horror video game ever.
He was gonna knock that old lady down, and his
Oh, yeah.
bruiser is a total dick.
Yeah, with a crazy arm. We gotta kill him. Ezek Stanzani.
Wasn't he real sweaty too, or did I just make that up?
I'm pretty sure he was real sweaty.
Yeah.
I want you to have made that up though, so I'm gonna say you made that up.
Yeah, Andy, is that canon? Is he sweaty?
He probably
Somebody shook his hand. Didn't you shake his hand?
Oh.
Corbin shook his hand, and he was really moist.
It was limpy,
Baron,
clammy.
the Baron has clammy hands. Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Because it gave
Baron.
real Abe the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Nope.
So,
It's canon.
is there anything else you guys would like to do tonight? Just so it's clear, you have 3 toys. Where are they tonight?
No.
Oh my God!
I've
no.
got one in my bag. I have one in my bag with my book of prophecy.
Where are
Which
the
one?
toys?
I have the nesting dolls.
Okay.
Nesting
Nesting in that little
dolls.
bag.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I probably
What?
have. I
It
have
seems
the
like a
Baron.
very reasonable question. Are you letting Irina keep Irina?
I
which
mean,
which
I
two
don't
did you steal? You
want
bought
to
the nesting
now.
dolls and stole the others?
yeah. I mean,
I think you stole the Irina doll. I think Chris is right.
you're right. Yeah.
I think after he said it was not for sale, you were looking for an excuse
Oh
to
my
steal
god.
her.
It's a
Yes.
special commissioned item and you stole it and now you're so cursed.
Yeah, but I gave it to Irina, so it's probably fine.
She probably has plot armor, right?
Oh my god.
Totally.
Get her to the church and we keep her from Strahd and you get her murdered with your curse doll.
We're gonna wake up tomorrow and Irina's dead with the doll's hands around her neck.
Oh my god. Alright. Jesus. I'm gonna sleep in the same spot. I'm sleeping in the middle of the sanctuary. Hopefully near almost everyone. I pick a centralized spot.
And that's
I made-
kind of guarding the bones, right?
I made Irina a real character, guys.
Oh no. That's bad. Why did you do that?
She's gonna be possessed by the
So
doll.
she can actually,
and then she's
she can
gonna
actually
murder
hit
us.
things.
Yeah, or
Like
Like
us.
mostly.
Like us.
And get possessed by a doll
my
and
God.
murder us. I'm so glad we trained her to be a better swordswoman so she can murder us.
Okay.
She wants to be the very best.
Should we take shifts?
Yeah, people are breaking into this church and stealing shit. Absolutely.
I'll take first watch.
Ro's mad at you if you haven't learned that. It's bad.
Why would we take shifts of watching this perfectly safe church where absolutely nothing will happen?
I hate that now that I have in my notes
I mean-
is where are the toys?
That's what the characters would think. We would think we're safe.
And the bones have been returned, so you know.
That's right.
I mean, Corvus might play an idiot, but
Andy, that was
no.
Andy, that was a big sigh. Why was that sigh so big?
I was just breathing out my brandy.
Oh my god, she's a fine girl. All right, I'm taking first watch. This is a horrible place.
I'm making it for second watch.
How are you guys keeping watch?
I got my boots up on the altar.
Are you all just? So you guys are sleeping inside the church again? Second night in a row?
Oh my god,
Sick.
yes.
We got 3 nights, or something. No, we have more than that because the bones are back.
Wait,
right?
where is Irina sleeping?
Wait, didn't Andy say we sleep too much in the church? Like we're not gonna get good rest?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
So if we just sleep like right outside the church on the ground.
I think it's mostly that you guys are gonna need to eventually have some like actual comfort in beds. Or not like a matter of days, but you guys have been on the road for a while. You haven't had like much time in beds to get actual like nice rest.
Got like random deer skins and shit, right? Those like random cloaks we made into bedrolls. Great. Like sure, yes.
We're probably fine.
I have a bedroll in my inventory.
Okay,
As long as it's clear this is not comfortable living.
Yeah.
and that's fine. I don't think I feel safe sleeping anywhere other than those bones until this ritual's done.
Right, 'cause they're gonna get stolen again.
So I mean, unless you guys really make me leave, I don't think Corvus wants to leave.
No, Rose totally fine with staying in the church.
And I
So-
understand that will have repercussions. That's all I'm
The
saying.
worst we would get is like a tiredness or a fatigue state.
Why would you
what
ask
does that do?
Why would you ask that?
I just want to know, what does that do?
I don't. Let's look at what the.
No.
It's a great question. Let's
Let's
look at what the
not.
status effects
Let's
are.
don't look at the status effects.
Listen,
It
D&D
won't happen.
characters sleep on the ground every night. It's fine.
Yeah, and I think someone pointed out that I have a bedroll. I don't. I don't have a bedroll. I have a dog I can use. No, I do have a bedroll. I have 2.
So
actually.
fatigued is a thing. Fatigue. We would go something in for the fatigued range.
Get fatigued.
I don't know what that does, but that seems appropriate towards whenever it'll happen.
Why do I have 2 bedrolls? I'm gonna put one over here.
Okay.
So
you guys sleep in the pews?
Yep, I do. I'll take first watch.
There is like
Carrying the father's bed.
there's basically like the father Lucian had enough stuff put together. He put together kind of like a pallet for like a pallet bed for Irina to sleep in the back, one of the back rooms of the church, which is where she's staying. Yeska, I think, does not live here, so really it's just Irina and Lucian who are staying here full time.
Lucian was the priest, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Father Lucian. He's the one that saved your guys' asses in that vampire fight.
You mean
As
killed
we are,
Silas?
Yeah, speaking of, as we are like settling down for the night, at some point Ro hunkers down next to Silas.
Yes?
If you would like someone to take a look at the book for you, I would be happy to.
I think the book is fine just where it is.
I want that book.
Are you
Your-
that curious to see what doom becomes of me? He looks generally concerned.
If it's something we can prevent, absolutely.
What are the chances that this book actually knows?
This is a strange place with weird powers at work. We should be prepared for anything. Your healing affliction, was that before you arrived here or since you've arrived here?
It comes from a long line. Listen, Ro, if I... You can tell that he can't say the word die. He's just really struggling. If something happens to me, Listen, there's something you have to know that You know what? Here, he gives you the book. You can read it. It's fine. Just don't tell me. I don't want to know.
He nods. And she looks at him for a second. Is there anything you want to tell me or that I should know in case it's not in this book? Or if it is in this book and you just want me to hear it from you first?
I'm afraid, Ro, of so many things. But what I may become is the fear I have the most. And he just stops talking to you and just kind of shuts down,
She
staring at
nods,
his feet.
and she looks and she will place a hand on his shoulder and say, regardless of what this book says, or what you fear to be true, I will judge the person you are based on the actions I have seen you take since I have met you.
He just nods while staring at his toes, sitting kind of solemnly. I put the book in the stash, by the way. Ro, he is giving it to you.
Okay. Ro's gonna spend some time reading the book.
You give this to me
The book.
freely.
I'm giving it to you.
All right. Rachel, mute yourself.
Oh.
Mute myself.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh my god. How about them penguins?
I don't know. I don't really watch them.
I don't know what
Is it
sports are.
hockey season already?
Probably.
Oh my god, Abe! Quit sending me this stuff. You're watching that one too, right?
I mean, I'm not because it's a medium. But
I'm a medium.
all right, let
God damn, Abe.
me follow it, dude. It's currently bid is $3,
That's amazing.
and it says used, but like it looks pretty decent.
Well, it should be used. It should look used and
It
worn.
should look real used.
By the way, that like I said before, that Indiana Jones game is really good. It's really friggin' good. If anybody's thinking about getting it.
I think the best part.
I don't know if it'll run on Steam Deck though, Chris.
Yeah, I kind of mix stuff. I have different games on Steam Deck versus what I'll play on the actual desktop.
On your desktop. But like if you like old school like adventure games, like the point and click games, it scratches that itch. And then if you like punching Nazis, scratches that itch. Making him over the face in the face with the shovel, right? And then it's in first person, which I wasn't sure about, but it really, I don't know, it really works. And it feels like an Indiana Jones movie. Like, it's really good.
Back in like, I don't want to say like 90s or something. It was like some kind of
Fate of Atlantis. Is that the one you're talking about?
I don't know. It was like Indiana Jones, and it was like kind of like one of those like point and click adventure
Yep.
games, and it basically copied the movie like almost exactly.
Yeah, there was the Last Crusade, and then they made their own original story one, which was Fate of Atlantis. They're both really good games. But yeah, the Last Crusade copied the movie exactly.
Yeah, I think that was the one. Yeah, because my dad played it, and I
Mhm.
kind of watched him play it.
That was in the style of like the old Monkey Island games.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I remember there was a game. It was like Roger Wilco or something, and like
Yes, Space
Space
Quest.
Quest.
Oh.
Yes, thank you, Chris.
yeah,
I knew you were
Space
good
Quest
people.
is the best game.
and like he was going into like some alien. There's like some robot like. I don't know, garbage compactor thing, and you could get killed by the robots. I remember watching my dad play that, and I get like freaked out by the robots killing.
Because he came up and he was like,
Yeah, that guy that screams at you. Space Quest 4. That one was creepy.
Why
My
it's
dad bought it
you,
for me. He
Roger
bought it.
Wilco.
He bought it at KB Toys.
Oh, you gotta go
That
past
was
the
the first-
jumping dogs.
Yep, that was the first Space Quest I played. Space Quest 4.
I played Space Quest 4 because it came with my Windows computer,
That's amazing.
and that was the hook. So good. That is probably one of my favorite video games of all time. Space Quest 6 was quite good. Space Quest 5 was good, but it didn't have the voice acting, and
It
that
didn't
was a
have voice
bummer.
acting, yeah.
Because
Which I
that's
thought,
what
like,
made 4 so amazing.
Right. I played 4 and went straight to 6, and then I went back and played 5, and I'm like, is this game broken? Because there's no voice acting. There's no
Yes,
snarky narrator.
I did the same thing, and I was like, man, we went backwards. It
Yep.
has a fantastic story, but like
Yep.
4 and 6, and 6, 4 is
6.
amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You murdered him. It's so good.
They're so good.
Oh my god, I love that. I love
If there's
that
any
so much.
game I wish they would bring back, it would be Space Quest.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. I remember getting that, like, unlocking that bomb, and I was like, yes! Then I jumped down in the sewers and then blew up, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was brutal.
I bet you
Oh,
wish
man.
you could. Yeah, it was so good.
Alright, we're back.
Okay.
During your first watch,
Oh.
Orbis, Ro spends a long time reading, and then she spends a while staring at Silas while he sleeps,
Oh, that's not weird.
and then she puts the book away and goes to sleep.
You probably would have noticed that I'm kind of like reclining, very Indiana Jones with my hat kind of tipped when I'm watching. And every now and again I kind of lean up and I look over at you reading the book and hope you say something, and then kind of disappointed lean back and keep watching the room. Andy, do I need to roll anything?
Sorry, for what?
For my watch. Totally goes
Yeah,
off
roll,
without a hitch.
roll a perception check.
Damn it.
Secret, of course.
Secret, secret. I have a secret.
Get the church mice.
Let's just see here. You notice nothing.
Excellent. Ro, you told me that you... No, I don't want to do a restart to my computer. Back the fuck off. You said you wanted to take the second watch?
Sure, and instead of going back to bed, she watches Silas for a while, and then she heads over to you and just says, "Oh, I can start the second watch early."
Did you find anything interesting in that there book? The Doom of Our Ill Friend?
I suspect that it is fairly accurate regarding his history, which I will leave as his to share, but I suspect that it is only one possible outcome as to his future, and one that he doesn't need to read unless he really desires it.
I mean, we all only have one end to our story.
Well, I don't think that this, and she sort of motions to the book, is his.
There's much in that house that was damned. Hell, I'm pretty sure I was haunted by a small child. Or am still. Well,
You feel as if that child is compelling you to this day?
well, no, but I never could do this before. And you get like a flick at the back of the head. As an invisible hand kind of flicks you in the back of the ear. It's come in handy though.
Mm-hmm. But no voices, suggestions, encouragement, pleading.
I mean, other than
Ghost dogs, anything like that?
other than my foolish attempt to woo a vampire lord's wife, no. But you know, and I kind of grab in my pocket a little, I can't remember what it actually looks like. A little idol of a dog, an onyx dog, and I say, this and the torture book is the only thing I still have from that cursed house.
The torture book?
Yeah, it was a list of histories and sacrifices that were logged in that house. Why, you want more light reading?
No, I just wasn't sure if it was a book that might be manipulative, like this one is.
No, but it definitely is dark in nature, like most of it. Well, I guess I'll finally unroll this bedroll I've had in my backpack since the beginning. I guess shout if you need something.
Nod and she will start her watch.
Start the watch. And roll a secret perception for your watch.
See the pup is acting weird.
Rolled up bed. Is that really
I never
what it-
realized that's what the description was.
Yes.
Rolled up.
Wow.
bed.
That's one of
a
them
rolled
rolled
up
up
bed.
beds. Jesus. Is that what it says about thieves' tools too?
Very-
These are tools that are thieves.
Very funny, Foundry. Very funny.
Wow.
Nothing happens during your watch,
Mm.
Ro. You notice nothing.
It's probably safe just to go to bed. You notice nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
You remember, though, that Madame Ava mentioned that her granddaughter's name day, birthday, will be tomorrow, which is what she was asking you guys to deliver the gift by. Birthday gift for her granddaughter for her name day, which would be tomorrow.
Great. Right on time.
We're on the right path.
I was just reviewing my notes and I realized that was something I mentioned ages ago and never mentioned again.
And we totally remember her name, right? Like somebody.
Arabelle.
Great.
Wow, of course we did. Arabelle. That's totally spelled right. Child.
You think we need to wrap it all? Like with a bow or something?
I mean, we have an extra bedroll. We can roll it up in that.
Rolled up bed.
It's a rolled up bed. Jesus.
I'm sure
Anything-
Blitzky had some totally non-creepy gift wrap.
Anything you do during your watch, your time awake, Ro?
Oh, she'll pray.
What are you praying for?
She is praying for guidance and wisdom. Make choices that will help the people in need, but also praying for the wisdom to have the patience to move slowly and not rashly, because she is worried that if she acts impulsively, she may end up doing more harm than good.
Okay.
She is asking for guidance and wisdom to move slow and steady in order to help people instead of making big waves that might draw attention and hurt the people she is trying to help.
You feel the goodness of this place, of this church, and what a good heart it has taken to cultivate and keep the sanctity of this church amidst the clear decay that surrounds it in this town. And it gives you... Father Lucian at least seems to be doing something to keep this place safe amidst all the turmoil. However, you also know that maintaining a place such as this is probably about as much as even the best of souls can do on their own. And from what you've seen of the people, and whatever intentions they may have, these festivals to stave off the darkness and to stave off the evil, they are taking their toll on the community.
The festivals are taking their toll on the community?
You haven't seen a single person say all will be well. Well, that is, the only people that you've seen say all will be well and mean it are the people in the Blue Water Inn. No one truly believes it in this town anymore. And even the brightest beacon, without further fuel, could possibly gutter against overwhelming darkness.
Cool. Great.
Your watch got dark.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, but my back really hurts. So I'm gonna go lay down.
Laying on the ground at this point.
No, laying on the ground is what started all of this, so I've been actively avoiding laying on the ground. But I am gonna go lay in my bed, I think. Can you, Abe, you're recording, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is our plan is to go to the Vistani and to Blinsky, right?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. All right. And I still have the nesting dolls in my pack. But
Okay.
Sure do.
so just let me know if they kill me. Good night, guys.
Good
Sorry.
night.
Bye.
Your watch ends, Rose. So what would you like to do?
I will. How did Lee feel like seemed like he was feeling at the end of the day?
Lee is definitely feeling better after the intervention, but he's still not back to 100%.
Okay. Rose gonna wake Lee up for the last watch because she feels like even though he's not up to like full capacity, he's gonna feel better if he feels useful and like he's not being treated like an invalid. So she's gonna wake him up for the last watch.
Okay.
Have your pity watch.
Just tell him that.
Watch, you idiot. God.
You're still important. You do good things.
Your eyes are still good.
But don't do anything without waking us up, okay?
No, she just sort of nudges him awake and says, "Last watch is yours," and then goes to bed.
Sure.
Like it's normal. Like everything's normal.
She's real awkward about it, though.
You can totally handle this watch. Absolutely.
But I'm gonna sleep real close to you in case you scream.
All right. What would you like to do during your watch? Lee?
Alright, I'll roll my secret perception, and then instead of like kind of like sitting on the pew or in one place, he's gonna just kind of like wander around. Kind of stretch his legs a little, just wander around the church.
All right, all right.
Here, your secret roll.
I didn't hear any noises, so that's probably good. Maybe.
All right. You sit in silence. You hear some stirring in the back. Nothing out of the ordinary. You've heard Irina muttering to herself in her sleep before. Nothing intelligible, but she goes back to sleep fairly quickly. Silas also seems to be a little restless and is tossing and turning. Again, nothing terribly out of the ordinary. You've heard these things before. In your mind wanders. And you find yourself on the snowy peaks, the familiar snowy peaks of your monastery. You are traveling, skulking amidst the rocks towards a place that you know is safe. You know as a place worthy of respect and honor. You look upon it with eyes filled with a feeling that maybe, your choice, but maybe a little bit foreign to Lee. You covet something inside the monastery. Something that has been kept from you. Unrightfully so. Something you deserve. And as you and your companions creep towards the monastery, you see companions to the side of you, spreading out, silently taking down guards, watchers at the corners, grabbing them about the neck, slitting their throats as their bodies silently fall, till one raises the alarm and a battle ensues. You find yourself striking with kicks, punches, a form you do not recognize, but a form of power, a form meant to kill, and kill swiftly. Chris, you may gain the Dragon's Dance feat. Ooh. As you wake up from your stupor, maybe not awake, but you realize you have walked in the shoes of your mortal enemy and seen the power that they have wielded to kill many of the people you respected and loved.
That's pretty badass.
And as you shake yourself from the stupor, you see a amber glow fading from your necklace around your neck.
Does this feel? This feels different from when what's her name, the vampire, was trying to tempt me with her bites.
Go ahead and make a secret perception check.
Okay.
Secret.
Discern that. You feel no sort of you discern no kind of compulsion or manipulation of your mind in this. You feel a rush of knowledge throughout as you get glimpses. It's almost as if this whole vision is a rush. It feels like fiction and you cannot control it. But at the same time, it feels as if you are seeing things that truly happened from a perspective you have never known before. You feel like it is a knowledge and power being shared with you. A way to attack should you choose to, instead of defend.
So Lee kind of nods and he closes his hand around the amber shard. And he just kind of nods to himself and says, "Sometimes we must learn even from defeat and loss and make the best of it."
Nice. If a warmth spreads through the crystal shard into your hand and then fades. And your shift passes otherwise uneventfully. Brandy! Hit the burning spot. The morning comes, and mist trickles in through the windows of the church as the fog lays thick over the entire town of Vallaki. We find ourselves on the morning of
Annabelle's name day.
Yep.
Arabelle's name day.
So what is this,
Arabelle's
the 13th then?
It is the 13th. 13th of Otiver.
13th of Erdiber.
Nearing the new moon.
The new moon.
New moon will be in 2 days. Looks like Ilyana gets up fairly early and seems to be gathering her things and putting on her equipment, getting ready to go. Actually, Lee, you would probably be awake to even see her starting to get up. She seems to be like pretty excited to like hit the road.
Yeah, he kind of like nods to her and says, "I feel similar. I feel like I could use to stretch my legs and get some blood flowing again."
She just smiles and says, "You haven't been cooped up in this church for 3 days."
Yeah,
She smiles.
that's far too long for me.
I'm excited to meet the Vistani, and he said this toy maker?
I have a question about the birthday customs in this land. Do you do anything like singing?
She thinks for a moment and says, "I'm not exactly sure what the Vistani do. It's probably fairly regional. Those usually they're in Barovia, in my village. We would have a feast of some kind, with perhaps some small gifts being exchanged. And the feast itself would have some singing and celebration, perhaps dancing. But nothing terribly formal.
Take her a meat pie for her birthday.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Take her a meat pie for her birthday.
No,
Ooh,
don't.
there you go.
Special meat
That
pie.
lady's a
There we go.
hag. I know it.
You know where you get them.
Lee's been cured of his meat pie addiction, so
Mm-hmm.
So when I
So
take them
good.
out, they drag me back.
I could do some dancing, I suppose, but don't ask me to sing. It's ugh.
Well, you see, now I kind of have to, she says, kind of grinning at you.
Lee kind of like turns red and runs his hand through his hair and then like claps his hands like, all right, guys, let's get up. We gotta hit the road.
Time to go. Time to go.
Yeah, I'll collect my stuff.
Sure.
I roll up my my rolled up bed.
Mm-hmm. The Lucian gets up and he starts cooking up a breakfast of some bread and some like root vegetables and a fairly like simple breakfast. But you guys are welcome to do your morning preparations and have your nightly rest. And
Yes. Click it.
where would you like to go next?
Bling.
Oh yeah, is there any temporary items?
Yeah, I think I wanna head to the Vistani camp like first thing.
Sure.
Increase value so that I can then sleep and decrease the value.
That's annoying.
There we go. Okay.
15 hit points restored. How drained are you still?
Drained 1.
Okay, that's not horrible.
It's not horrible. I now have 2 nights of regular rest in addition to the special healing session.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you finally have more hit points than I do, so that's probably a good thing too.
Arena has 48 hit points, so she won't get like one shot anywhere.
Yeah, Arena!
She has like some swashbuckler abilities now. All right, so heading to Vistani encampment, I hear.
That's the plan.
Yep.
All right.
All right, all right, all right.
All right.
I spell Vistani differently every time I spell it. Camp. I loaded that so quick.
Okay. The path from Vlaki to the Vistani camp is about it's like a mile long. Takes about 20 minutes to walk. You walk through the woods for a fair part of it. It's the similar kind of some coniferous deciduous mix that you've been seeing since you left the Svalich woods, which were mostly all just like twisted deciduous trees in there. But the woods here eventually part to reveal an expansive clearing. There's a small grass-covered hill, which you see on this map here, with low houses built into its sides. So those red things are all the houses, like kind of in a ring around it. There's still a fog over the area that obscures most of the details, but you see that they kind of have this carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from the eaves. And atop the hill, above the fog, is more clear to see. You see a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. Even in this kind of like early morning dimness, you can see that there's a bright light shining from the tent in the middle. And you can smell the odor of wine and horses emanating from the central area. Kind of loitering around the hovels at the base of the hill, the red buildings there at the base, you see there are some tall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, yeah. A few tall figures that seem to be like watching you approach. They appear to be pointed-eared humanoids, wearing dark gray to green clothing, and they seem to be all eyeing you warily as you approach. What would you guys like to do?
We're looking for Madame Ava, right?
She's the one that sent us.
We're looking for a granddaughter.
So, yeah, she said her granddaughter was in this Vistani camp here. As far as you know, the Vistani are the human gypsy type folk.
Okay.
But at the base of the hill, near these houses at least, you see are mostly elves.
Yeah, I think I'd walk up to whichever building and elves that we're getting close to, and I would strike up a quick conversation.
Hail, stranger. What do you want in this place?
Well, we were sent from Madame Ava. We're simply looking for her granddaughter. May she be around, or perhaps up the hill more.
The Dusk Elves have no children. Any children may be found in the Vistani camp above.
The Dusk Elves?
The figure before you just sort of gestures towards the worn hovels about, and the few elves that seem to be going about their morning routines. What few there are left, yes.
Have we seen any other elves in this area?
Nope, these are the first non-humans you've seen.
I was gonna say, I think we've only seen humans.
Wait, no, sorry, Rick Tavio was half-elf.
Half-elf. But, like, these seem to be more
Rick
elf
Tavio the Bard was half-elf.
than, like, anyone else we've seen.
These are full-ass elves.
And Rictavia was also from, or not from Barovia.
Correct, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna eye up the one talking, and I say, how long have you been here, friend? A while?
To your kind, yes.
So to
A
your kind,
lifetime.
a while.
Just deadpan kind of stares at you. Do you require something of me?
What is your relation with the Vistani?
The figure sort of like looks up the hill towards the camps above, where you hear some like sparse music playing a bit. There's some like tambourines a little bit playing as people are starting to wake up there. Cohabitation. What they say? We find strength in numbers, staying together for protection.
He kind of nods, and then he says, "Are you also from these lands, or do you come from somewhere else?"
Should you wish history of the dark elves and of our people, the figure says, speak to Casimir, our leader. I would not speak out of turn.
Perhaps that might be enlightening.
The figure nods towards one of the hovels. This one.
Hovel A, you say?
Yep.
So glad your kind has decided to label. Hovel A.
We've resorted to using the common tongue. I find it fairly derivative to find us A's versus B's. When it's simpler for your kind
There's
to understand our ways.
A lot of B's on the map.
Well, not everyone can be an A, motherfucker.
Casimir, you said.
Your pronunciation is garbage.
What? It's like the first time I think that he would be offended. And you just hear him go, Casimir, Casimir. Havale, you say. I appreciate your candor. Casimir, Casmar. T-shirt.
Perhaps we should deliver our gift first, and then we can see this leader afterwards.
Is it okay to proceed past your houses?
The dusk elf just like looks you up and down with like a kind of who the fuck is this guy kind of look, and just gives you like a tisk and like just walks away.
I turn immediately to Lee and I go, "It was Casimir, right? Casimir? Casimir."
I mean, that's what I heard, but
son of a bitch. I start going up the hill.
Sure.
Damn it.
Welcome to some haughty elves in Barovia.
I hate it.
All right. So as you start walking up the hill, you probably are approaching from the path on the north side there. I guess it's the west side, since north is over this way. But yeah, wait, that doesn't make any sense. You guys come from the west. It's fine. That's where the path is. You're coming from the west.
Coming up the path. Got it.
Coming up the path.
Got it.
It winds around the hill until you come from the west. Boom. Did it.
You nailed it.
So, as you approach up, you are a little bit reminiscent of you're approaching the Tesser Pool encampment of the Vistani. But the tone here is a little bit different. You hear there's still like the babble of life is happening, but especially probably to you, Corvus, in the front, and being a bit of an entertainer yourself, you just feel missing a bit of the life and joy that the other encampment had. But yes. Oh, where's my book? It's fine. I don't need my book. Who needs a book?
Is it Silas's book? Read us what's inside.
I would never. So you guys are greeted by some Vistani. In fact, Ro, are you awake?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Doing it. You're doing it.
You you recognize, I think, and you're probably, let's say you're in the rear, because Corvus was talking, but you notice a familiar face, actually, of one of the, you recognize a Vistani from your time at the Tesser Pools.
Is it the werewolf one?
I will confirm or deny nothing.
Is it the guy who told stories and then left halfway through?
It is not the guy who told stories and left halfway through. It is.
Is it the girl
is-
from the tent?
It's the
Yep.
tent woman.
Oh, the one that Silas opened the flap with.
Yep, he opened the flap. He opened the flap.
I keep eyes on Silas to see if he notices.
He has not noticed because his back is hurt.
Yep.
He seems to be real preoccupied with a sore back right now.
Okay.
You see her clock your group though,
Mhm.
and she gives you a bit of like a, when she, I don't know, do you make eye contact? Do you avoid eye contact? I guess. She gives you like a sheepish smile and like a little finger wave, finger waggle wave, and then ducks into a tent.
Okay. I'll keep kind of eyes on her. Mostly I want to clock if Silas blocks her.
Nah, man,
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting anything long term.
Silas, you dog.
That was a brand new flap to open.
That's amazing.
Right. Okay. So I'm on the wrong page. There we go. So basically each of these, there's a circle of wagons around the outside here, that basically all look like barrels on top of carts.
Kind of looks like little beetles on the map.
Little stag beetles. Is there a centralized like fireplace, or is that a centralized tent?
So there is a big tent in the middle, which is the
that's the
sea.
Okay.
So as you approach,
From the west.
yes, approaching from the west. So you come by that. So the hilltop, there it is. This hilltop is covered with steaming piles of horse dung. There we go. More than 24 horses are tethered to stone blocks inside the circle of wagons, but outside of the tent. Most of the animals are draft horses, but a few of them are riding horses equipped with saddles. So a lot of them, there's probably like 30 or so horses that you see. A wagon description. Yeah, basically there are a bunch of these wagon-topped or barrel-topped wagons, but it looks like the barrels have been kind of converted into like riding things. One of the wagons appears nicer than the others, with golden silk drapes in the windows. This is the one on the north side here. And there are, golden silk in the windows, and the wheels have gold sun-shaped hubcaps with an iron chimney protruding from the roof. And what else is going on in this town? That's not a wagon. I don't know what they're talking about.
That's not a wagon.
That's not even a wagon. Yeah, so you hear some voices coming from inside the tent, with the entrances C here. But some of the Vistani there are sort of like eyeing you as you approach, but none of them have approached you guys at all or said anything. You know, many of them who are up and about seem to be very groggy at this wee hour of the morning, and or hungover.
Well, perhaps we could head to this main tent or start asking around. She didn't give us the description of her granddaughter, did she?
I don't think so. I guess I don't know how many young girls can really be running around in this camp.
I feel like we should have asked more questions.
Maybe is there somebody who looks not so hungover?
As you guys are sort of like loitering and wondering what to do, one of the Vistani, a woman approaches you guys. A woman you don't recognize approaches and says, "Oh, you got newcomers coming in. Newcomers to the camp. Looking to trade, are you?"
Well, more of to give a gift.
Ah, a gift. I'll gladly take a gift from you.
Well,
She holds out her hands with a grin.
I'm gonna reach out my hand to shake hers. More or less looking for an individual.
Somebody knocking on the door.
What's that?
I think the guy's is that somebody knocking on the door? Is that just like pounding outside?
Someone pounding at your door.
Or maybe not.
It's the gas man.
It's the gas man
I don't think they're knocking.
doing the gas stuff.
Let me check the blink.
You check that blink. Use your sight beyond sight, Lionel.
I'm guessing the crew just got here. Isn't it crazy that this happened like within the first year of... they're just digging right now.
Are they digging a hole? Digging a hole.
They are some dwarfs and they're digging a hole.
They call it a mine. A mine.
Okay, sorry, what were you saying?
No, I take her hand as she kind of outreaches for a gift, and I kind of shake it, and I say, I'm looking for the granddaughter of Madame Ava. We were sent with an errand.
Looking for Madame Ava, are ya? Come a long way. She's from the other side of the city. But her little girl... she glances off to the side a little bit toward the tent. Well, you better go talk to, Erigal.
Does that name sound familiar to anyone else?
Aragal?
Yeah,
Aragon?
I don't know. It just sounds familiar. Are they gesturing towards like the main tent?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll start heading that way.
Now, don't forget me gift, she says with a smile as you leave.
Um, I'm gonna pull out the broken Blinsky toy.
Which one?
The one that
Oh, the alarm.
yeah.
Hmm?
Well, a toy maker made this as an alarm. I haven't put it back together, but perhaps you could find it useful.
Okay. She looks at it like quizzically and then like gives you a weird look. But then like shrugs and pockets it. Find some use for it, I'm sure.
It
Now
was
run along. Find
quite
your wee lass.
quite annoying when it went off. Is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Quite annoying. Well, I'll remember you by it, she says. A quite annoying gift to remember you by. Um, she she shifts off into the near wagons and begins chatting with the folks over there
All right, I'm gonna
as
head towards
they
the big
throw
tent.
glances
Then.
your way. All right. As you duck inside the tent, you hear the sound of splintering wood and shattering ceramic. Blinking through the haze of smoke that fills the interior of this tent, you see 3 sputtering campfires burning low with embers. There are 6 Vistani sitting around hearths, watching the source of the commotion with solemn and sympathetic looks. You see a shirtless young man kneeling on the dead grass at the center of the tent, his eyes downcast and his face pale. And beside him, there's a broken wooden crate amidst a pile of broken pottery shards, several of which are still like wobbling around on the ground from the impact. You do not need to use your claws. Oh my god, I'll just pick you up. I promise I will. Okay. A dozen feet from this kneeling youth stands an older, larger man, wearing leather armor and a thick, well-trimmed beard. His eyes are bloodshot and his right hand is trembling. He appears to be leaning his weight against a makeshift wooden crutch for support. And you see his right lower leg is wrapped in blood-stained bandages. You were supposed to keep her safe, the larger man bellows hoarsely. He whirls, his hand grabbing blindly as if for something else to throw. Sweat beads on his forehead, and he chokes back a sob of rage. My little girl, and now? He wavers unsteadily and stumbles. In a blink, a third man, also clad in studded leather and wearing a fine trimmed goatee, steps out from the shadow and catches the larger man on the shoulder before he falls. I totally sent you the wrong picture. This is the larger man.
Oh, okay.
They look very similar. They look like they might be brothers.
Oh, weird.
Easy, brother. You've lost a lot of blood. The more slight man catches sight of you, and his brow like tightens imperceptibly a little bit. I think probably Ro and Lee probably have enough perception to catch that. And it would appear we have company. The tougher, injured guy turns around with a scowl at you all. Oh, we don't have time for visitors at this time. We have a crisis on our hands, brother. What do you guys do?
Lee kind of like elbows Ro, and he's like, "How much you want to bet the missing girl's the birthday girl?"
Ro just nods. We come bearing a name day gift for Arabelle from her grandmother, who asked us to bring it. I understand. I assume that crisis has hit and this is not pressing in the moment, but we should deliver our gift.
The gruffer large man clenches his jaw a bit, and says, Arabelle, you come for Arabelle. My girl. She's missing. Dun dun dun. I could dump information on you guys now, but it feels like it would be way better suited for the beginning of next session. For him to spill his story about what he knows about Arabelle going missing.
Otherwise,
Probably,
next time
yeah,
we'll just have
probably
all
good
the
idea.
questions.
Right. Dun dun dun.
Lee takes a coin out of his coin purse, flips it in the air, and catches it. And he's like, "I knew it."
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Awesome. So you guys, next time we will pick up with talking with Luvash and Aragal, the leaders of the Vistani here in Vallaki.